With the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act starting to ramp up spending, what does that mean for contractors? I saw 63% of people don't expect change or don't know how it's expected to change their business. Is this additional spending something they should be aware of at a high level?
Well, the Infrastructure Investment Jobs Act was signed in November of 2021, and it does promise a record amount of money for highways and bridges and big increases for things like water, sewer, rail, and new investments in broadband internet and other types of construction, for instance, build out of battery charging stations. But it's taken a long time to get that money actually awarded in terms of contracts. The White House and the executive branch agencies have been rolling out announcements pretty much every week for over 2 years. But there's still a lot of steps to go through once the administration says X billion dollars is going to be available in this broad category, to pin that down to specific projects that a local agency or a state agency has to bid for, and then do the design and environmental reviews and public comment period, and then actually have a bid letting. That takes a very long time in many cases. So we have seen good growth in water and wastewater projects, partly because the mechanism was already in place, the state revolving funds, but also there have been discretionary grants to address specific problems like lead pipes and other water treatment issues. Lately, broadband for underserved communities seems to be getting a big boost, and some gigantic rail projects are moving ahead, whether it's the Frederick Douglass Tunnel under Baltimore or the Gateway Tunnel project connecting New York and New Jersey, but also some smaller things, improvements to train stations and some lines. So I think those categories are going ahead. But the biggest money, highway and bridge construction, that has been held up by uncertainty over the applicability or the waiver process for Build America, Buy America. That's an act within the broader law that says that materials and equipment used, or materials and manufactured products used on federally aided projects have to be U.S. sourced, and the contractor, they may know they're buying from a U.S. producer, but don't know what all goes into that. So that's been a problem. There are also new rules about apprenticeships that are a problem in areas where there haven't been union or organized apprenticeship programs, and a number of other regulatory issues. I do think that we'll see a pickup in infrastructure projects this year that will continue, but those certainly come with risk of running afoul of one of the many strings attached to them. So contractors should approach with caution, but if they feel experienced in this area, expect a lot more projects.